The next topic in first chapter. The topic is limitation of incomplete records. We already discussed about a lot of topics in this chapter. Meaning of incomplete records, concept of incomplete records, and already we discussed and we solved some problems in first chapter. Now going to start the next topic, limitation of incomplete records. The first difficulties, first limitation of incomplete records, the first one is lack of proper maintenance of records. The second one is difficulty in preparing trial balance. Next one, difficulty in ascertaining true profit and loss account. Fourth one is difficulty in ascertain true financial position. Next one is errors and fraud are not detected easily. Sixth one is that is unacceptable to government and other authorities. Okay, we already discussed about what is the meaning of incomplete records. Incomplete record means it is unsystematic and not relevant to the balance sheet. That is called as incomplete records. Okay, so I already gave some examples. Paid to the creditors, receipt from the customers, amount from the customers. Okay, so here we have to only posted one side, and one side means credit side and debit side. But in single double entry system, we have to post both side, credit side and debit side. Okay, so this is a major difficulty in these records. Okay, and the first lack of proper maintenance record. We are not maintaining any records up to level. Okay, so lack of proper maintenance record. The major record means that is cash book, the purchase book, cash book, then purchase book, sales book. We are not able to maintain the record fully. Okay, that is called as improper maintenance record. Improper. That is not up to level. That is information not available in the related with the organization. Okay, for example, any small organization and then some of the proprietor and some of the owner wants to open these records. Okay, it is not applicable to the large scale organization. Large scale organization of they have to maintain whole, that is a lump sum amount in the accounts. Okay, so for here they have to invest in 1 lakh, they have to invest in they have to grasping the amount from the other countries. Okay, the particular companies not comes under this category. Okay, only small trade owners only comes under this category. Okay, so I want to discuss again. That is an improper maintenance of record. That is the important thing in the first point. Next point, difficulty in preparing trial balance. That is some of the major difficulty in trial balance. In double entry system, in WND system, without trial balance, we can't able to open any accounts. For example, trade account, for example, profit and loss, for example, trial balance, we aren't able to that particular accounts. But in single entity system, we don't bother about, we can't able to prepare trial balance. So that accounts will impact in your all the records. Okay. That is we can't able to get accurate information from these record, from this trial balance. Okay. In traveling system, cash account comes under debit side. But here, that some of the difficulties, some of the unsystematic records. Okay. So that is a major difficulty in preparing trial balance. Okay. Difficulty in ascertaining true profit and loss. In WND system, every proprietor wants to know the true profit and loss. Then only they have to know about correct financial statement. In here, single entity system, the particular proprietor are not know about profit and loss because of they don't have any basic records, because that is the external trial balance not prepared. That is not maintenance of proper records. A cash book, purchase book, sales book, they are not maintained records, and also they are not prepared trial balance. So without trial balance, we can't able to produce profit and loss to the other peoples. Okay, that is a very important thing in the difficulty in ascertaining true profit and loss. Next one, difficulty in ascertaining true financial position. True financial position in the sense of the particular proprietor, particular owner, particular organization wants to know the true financial position. That is called balance sheet. That is called what are the expenses, what are the incomes occurred in the companies. Okay, so that is a very important thing in the difficulty in ascertaining true financial positions. When the proprietor know the correct true financial position, the particular company will grow in high level. In single entity companies, not growth in high level because of they not prepare any proper accounts. That is unsystematic records. That is called as single entity system. This is one of the limitation of incomplete records. Difficulty in ascertaining true financial positions. Next one, errors and frauds are not detected easily. We can't able to identify the errors. We can't able to identify the frauds in single entity system. But double entity system, every proprietor easily find out the errors and frauds. Rectification of errors. How they know about correct rectification of errors. Some of the missing figures, some of the that is place in replacement of other records. Okay, so that is the main thing in the WND system. But here we are not open, we are not find out that is errors and frauds. Okay, so these records will not help to the organization. But WND system, all the records, scrutinizing all the records, auditing. So that is a very important thing in the incomplete records. Okay, so in next one, unacceptable government and other authorities. Unacceptable. So in government, we don't know produce these incomplete records. But WND system, every organization produced all the records to the government because of some auditing, internal audit and external audit. Okay, so this is a very important thing in this chapter. So you know very well about what is the accounting year, April to March. Okay, April to March. Here, April to March. To WND system. This is a very important thing in the WND system. So we don't produce we are not able to produce any records, any books, any profit loss account, any trading account, any particular balance sheet, any true financial position to the government. And also other financial authorities also, we are not produce anything, any items to the particular authorities. That is, these are the limitation of incomplete records. Okay, lack of proper maintenance records, we are not able to produce any, maintain any records, and difficulty in preparing trial balance, lot of difficulty in trial balance. Is only W system only we are opening trial balance. Here some difficulties. Next, difficulty in ascertain true profit and loss account. Here in trial WND system only we are opening, we find out true profit and loss, not single entity system. Lot of difficulties because of we don't have any basic records. Here difficulty in ascertain true financial position. Okay, it's the same concept. We don't have any basic records, any true financial statement, any true profit and loss account, any true trading accounts, any true expenses, any true incomes. So this will help to prepare trial balance. Here we don't have any proper records. Errors and frauds are not detected easily. So errors and frauds is very easy to detect the amount, unacceptable to the government and authorities. We don't know any records. We don't have any records, and we don't have particular books. Okay, so this is not applicable to this single system, but acceptable to the government. We produce all the records to the government because of some auditing. Here not correct way. Okay, so and other financial authorities. Okay, so this is the important question in your exam. So this is the limitation of incomplete records. Next, I am going to solve the problem in first chapter, page number 32, sum number 6. We already discussed about few problems in first chapter in last videos. Okay, so we have two way. Okay, so problem divided in two way. One is two methods. One is statement of affairs, statement of true profit and loss account. Okay, profit and loss account. Okay, so in this problem we have to find out only first step. Okay, no need to calculate second step because we have to find out only opening capital. Because of this sum is not having any proper capital. Okay, so we have to find out opening capital. That is capital. Okay, so next I am going to solve this problem. So how will you find out? In the books of Thomas. Okay, calculation of capital, statement of affairs, this is the format in your lesson as on 31st March 2019. So in this chapter, in this concept, we have to open balance sheet. In your incomplete record, the name of in statement of affairs. In W system, the name of balance sheet. So this is the difference. Okay. So we have to open balance sheet. So, liabilities, rupees, assets, rupees. So, here Sundry debtor is given 6 lakh, furniture 80,000, land and building 3 lakh, sundry debtor 3 lakh 20,000, bills payable 1 lakh 20,000, cash in hand 20,000, bills payable 60,000, stock 2 lakh 20,000. So these are the information is given. Okay, so now we have to take what are the assets, what are the liabilities in this problem. We already know about what are the assets, what are the liabilities, and also what are the current asset, what are the fixed asset. Okay, so what are the assets? Furniture, land and building, sundry debtor, cash in hand, stock. These are the assets. And also furniture, one of the fixed asset, land and building, one of the fixed asset, sundry debtor, one of the current asset, cash in hand, one of the current asset, stock, one of the current asset. Okay, so I going to put some information. Okay, first one is furniture. What is the amount? 80,000. Land and building, how much? 3 lakh. Next one, sundry debtor. What's the amount? 3 lakh 20,000. Cash in hand. The amount is 20,000. Stock 2 lakh 20,000. So these are the assets I listed. Now going to start liabilities. First one is sundry creditors. Sundry creditors, one of the current liabilities. Okay, so next one is bills payable. Bills payable, one of the current liabilities. So I am going to solve this problem. Okay, so what are the amount in current sundry creditors? 6 lakh. Here bills payable 60,000. So this is a bills receivable 60,000, bills payable 1 lakh 20,000. Okay, now going to put bills payable. The amount is 1 lakh 20,000. Then bills receivable, one of the current asset. The amount is 60,000. So now I got to solve this problem. Okay, so the amount 3 lakh, 6 lakh 20,000, then 6 lakh 20,000, then 7 lakh, then 7 lakh 20,000, 9 lakh 20,000, 9 lakh 40,000, 10 lakh. Okay. So here 7 lakh 20,000. Okay. So the answer is capital balancing figure. The answer is 2,80,000. So now you got your answer in this problem. Okay, I want to explain again. These are the information. Sundry creditors 6 lakh, Furniture 80,000, land and building 3 lakh, sundry debtors still at 20,000, bills payable 1,20,000, cash income 20,000, bills received 60,000, stock 2,20,000. Okay, so sundry creditor one of the current liabilities, bills paid 1,20,000. So here furniture 80,000, land and building 3 lakh, sundry debtor 3,20,000, cash income 20,000, stock 2,20,000, bills received 60,000. These are the current assets. These are the fixed asset. Okay. So here the total amount is 10 lakh. So you have to separate from this value. So you got capital amount is 2,80,000. This is the balance figure. This is the format. This is the way of calculating this problem. In first chapter, page number 33, sum number 7. On 1st April, Suva started her business with a capital rupees 1,20,000. She did not maintain proper books of account. That is called as single entry system. Following particulars are available from her book as on 31st/3/2019. These are the information, particulars, rupees. Bank overdraft 50,000, capital, that is current capital, current liabilities, that is a liabilities, debtors 1,80,000, bills receivable asset 70,000, that is current asset, computer one of the asset 30,000, machinery 3 lakh, these are the fixed asset, stock in trade, that is called as stock, that is closing stock. Okay, that is closing stock. 1,60,000, creditors 90,000, that is comes under liabilities, bills payable 2,40,000, that is comes under liabilities, cash in hand 60,000, that is comes under asset side. Okay, now going to solve this problem, that is solution. And also this is very important information. Okay, during the year she withdraw 30,000 for her personal use. Personal use means that is called as drawing. And also she introduced further capital of 40,000 during the year. 40,000 during the year. So now you have to calculate her profit and loss account. So this problem is having two ways. One is statement of affairs. Statement of affairs. Statement of affairs. Another one is statement of profit and loss account. Okay, profit and loss. Okay, so statement of affairs and profit and loss account. This is a two way. So I am going to solve the first step. Step 1. Step 1. Step 1 is in the books of Subha, that is calculation of closing capital, because in this problem we already given opening capital, that is amount 1,20,000. Now going to calculate closing capital. So next, statement of affairs as on 31st March 2019. So going to open, that is asset side, liability side, okay. What are the assets in this problem? First one, debtors. Debtors 1,80,000. Second one, bills receivable 70,000. Bills receivable 70,000. Next asset, computer. Computer one of the fixed asset. Amount is 30,000. Next one is machinery, one of the fixed asset. The amount is 3 lakh. Next one is stock in trade, that is all closing stock. Stock in trade. The amount is 1,60,000. Next one is cash in hand. Cash in hand. The amount is 60,000. So now going to open liabilities. The first one is bank overdraft. The amount is 50,000. Next, creditors 90,000. Bills payable. Bills payable 2,40,000. 2,40,000. Okay, now going to solve this problem. Debtors 1,80,000, bills is 70,000, computer 30,000, machinery 1,60,000, machinery 3 lakh, stock in trade 1,60,000, cash in hand 60,000. Cut. 1,80,000, 70,000, 30,000, 3 lakh, 1,60,000, 60,000. Totally 8 lakh. Here capital balancing figure. You have to separate from this assets. The answer is 4,20,000. So totally 8 lakh. That is called as statement of profit or loss for the year ending as on 31st March 2019. This is a format. We already solved this problem. Okay. We already I have some format in this statement of profit and loss. So first one is closing capital The amount is already we found out 4,20,000. Next, add drawing. So in dividend system, small changes in this problem. Drawings 30,000, that is 4,50,000. So additional capital 40,000. Okay, so the amount is 4,10,000. Okay, so opening capital 1,90,000. Sir, cut pannu. So the answer is profit. So the answer is 2,90,000. Okay, so this is a problem. ரொம்ப ஈஸியான மெத்தட். ஓகேவா? ஸோ 2 மெத்தட்ஸ் இருக்கு. அதில் ஒரு மெத்தட் சால்வ் பண்ணிட்டோம். இது செகண்ட் மெத்தட். அந்த ஒரு மெத்தடில் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் மெத்தடில் பேலன்ஸ் ஷீட்டை பேஸ் பண்ணி சம் ஆஃப் த ஐட்டம்ஸ் வி புட். ஓகே, ஹியர் some of the information is given in your problem. Closing capital 4,00,000, drawing is 30,000, So 4,50,000. Additional capital introduced during the year 40,000. Adjusted, that is called adjusted closing 4,10,000. Opening capital, it is given in your problem 1,90,000. So profit. So this is the form profit. Okay, 2,90,000. So this is very easy method. Two method. You are going to solve. You are going to write exam. So it's a very important problem. We have two methods. One is statement of affairs. Another one is statement of profit and loss. Okay, so do this problem. Okay, so it's a very important problem in your exam. Thank you for listening my video. Watch and carefully this problem and do carefully and solve it. Okay, thank you.